Just start. Just simply start. Here we go again. If you didn't see part one of Start Now, again, because that was my journey of getting started again at this YouTube journey and using it as a creative outlet. That was about why I was choosing to start again. This video is really intended to encourage you to just start. If you are in your 40s plus, or somewhere around there, just start. This video is hopefully going to give you some reasons why I truly think that it's important for our voices to be heard and our wisdom to be shared, our experiences to be put out there, because people are looking for us. Because this is a space in which you can have impact and do something that might feel a little bit out of your norm, but hopefully it's something that also feels connected and heart-centered to you in a way that is going to be exciting and new and something different. So I'm going to go through a couple of different things as to the reasons why I think you should go ahead and start that YouTube channel as a 40-something. Let's get to going. So the question around this is like, what's the why? Why now? What's the importance of it? And this is what I would say are the things that you might want to consider with regards to starting your YouTube channel. Simple game of tic-tac-toe, right? There's a couple principles that I want you to think about. Is that if this year has not taught us anything, it's taught us that our jobs, our life, our circumstances can change like this, right? And so just as we're moving the tic-tac-toe in a way that we hope that it's going to work in our favor, the reality is that you win some, you lose some, but things can change unexpectedly when you think things are going to go one way and then they go a completely different way. Now, how does that relate to YouTube and why you should start this journey again if you've been grappling with whether or not you should start it? My point being is this, is that life is too short to have all of our eggs in just one basket and to get to the end of our life and realize that, wow, there were so many other basket options. There were so many other plays that could be made that I didn't take advantage of. I don't want to get to the end of this life and realize, oh shoot, I could have went here instead of there. And so while I still have options and opportunities and my wherewithal, I want to make sure that I take advantage of the full board to play with. YouTube is one of those areas that we can play with. Choose your own adventure, create and build the road that may be less traveled, particularly with folks that are in their 40s, their 50s, and their 60s. I remember when I was getting ready to turn 40, and I had talked to a couple different mentors of mine, but one in particular, I had asked, everything that I've been reading about coming into your 40s, particularly as a woman, is that like this is the high noon, like this is an amazing time for your 40s. Because a lot of what we hear, particularly as women, is that like, oh God, you're going downhill if you're single and you're not married and you ain't got no kids. It's you're gonna be an old cat lady. There's these old narratives. I don't live with those narratives in mind because I know that with the skills, knowledge, and abilities that have been built over the years, the beauty of your 40s, and this was confirmed with this particular mentor and a couple others, is that there's this beautiful juxtaposition of, yeah, we might be 40s, and there's a whole line of education, experience, skills, wisdom that is with us because of what we've done up until this point, in addition to the fact that we still look young. For anybody that's like elder millennial, Gen X, and then some of these boomers, we don't look our ages, particularly those that are in our 40s and in our 50s. Many of us, if we've been taking care of ourselves, we don't look our age anyways. And that is a beautiful thing. So now I get the best of all worlds, also knowing that I have all of this life that's been lived that is able to benefit where I am now and where I want to go. And so for something like YouTube, where it provides an outlet to share that and to build a community. So I would say think about this season of time as one where YouTube allows for you to choose your own adventure and to do something that feels heart-centered to you. This is that time. This is that opportunity. So I would say, you don't got to take my word for it, and maybe I'm projecting. However, I do feel like this is one of those seasons of time that is beautiful because there are folks that want to hear from us. Ask yourself the question of, is there been something that's been nagging at you that you know that's inside of you that you want to get out into the world? I am a firm believer that what has been placed inside of you is intended to come out into the world, that it's not been just given to you and you alone. It's for the support, the impact, the help of somebody else. And a lot of times I feel like, particularly if we've gone through things that are traumatic or triggering or some amazing experiences, that sometimes we don't share those things because we might feel like, nobody can relate, or I don't feel comfortable sharing that, or nobody's going to understand, or people are going to think that I'm boasting. And the reality is that, again, your story and your experience was not just for you alone. It's for the help and benefit potentially of someone else. So to me, one of the big reasons for why I think you should start this YouTube channel, just start, is because I know that there's probably been something placed inside of you that is intending to come out. Otherwise, you would not be watching this video overall. So take this as confirmation that you need to go ahead and start that thing. People are checking for us. There are folks that are obviously in their 20s and their 30s that may be looking for wisdom. But what I have found is that there are folks that are our age that are looking for how other people within our age range are living this life. I know for the longest time during the pandemic, I would watch people that are doing van life. And again, I have no business being in nobody's van going anywhere because I'm way too scared for all that. However, it was the fact that there were folks that were my age and older that were living that life, and they had chose something different for themselves. So it's the fact that you get the opportunity to showcase whatever the version of your life looks like that might be a point of inspiration for someone else. So right now for me, one thing that is important is that I take time away. So in places that I take time away, like right now I'm in an Airbnb in the Poconos, and this is a place where I'm able to get away to do a little mini self retreat and then find some respite, so that way then I can record the process that I'm going through in hopes that it'll inspire somebody else. Because one thing that we don't do, and let me speak to the ladies real quick, is that we don't take time for ourselves. So being able to showcase something like this, and for me the click was, I remember it was my hairdresser. Every time I would see her, she would be like, "Where are you traveling to next? Okay, where are we going next?" And she's including herself in it because she's like, "I'm going along the journey with you." Because one of the things that I would do is every quarter, I would go to a particular place in Ocean City, Maryland, and just go to relax. My godmother had said to me years ago, take a long extended weekend. And at the time, I was like, I can't afford to do that, and I don't have time to do it. However, I made time because during the pandemic, everything was crazy and I needed time to get away. And so that became a ritual. But in that ritual, I started to document it and not realizing until, again, having these conversations between my hairdresser and other people that were like, "Oh my gosh, so have you done one of your self retreats?" And I'm like, "Oh my God, y'all are actually watching and paying attention." Because what I would always do when I would be away is I would record a video of usually like me with my coffee going out to on the balcony with a picture of the ocean. That would be my people's cue to know, okay, she's on her self retreat. Let's see what else that she shows us. People are looking for something that feels different than what they've been doing. So I'm going to say it again, people are checking for you. Now, here's some bonus tips. Be cringy, be quirky, be cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, be you. Nobody can do you better than you. So, the whole point of this is for you to find your people, but for your people to find you. A lot of times, what I feel like we need to do is just get out of our own way, get out of our own head. We end up being our own worst critic, and we need to just really get out of our own way. And in getting out of our own way, it's going to allow for other people to connect with you, how you are, where you are, and all your quirkiness, your crazy, your cuckoo, because there are people out there that are looking for folks that they can connect to in the way that only you can connect with them. The whole point of this is not to be everything to everybody, but to be yourself so you can find your people and your people can find you. Now, Now, if you need a perspective change about this, I hope maybe this helps. Because in the line of work that I do, I am interfacing with a lot of women, particularly in leadership, and they're usually around this 40s and 50s that are grappling with the question of what do I want to be when I grow up next? And they're grappling with pivoting, reinventing themselves. And this might be you in a world right now where a lot of us just feel disconnected and we're looking for other like minded people. This could be your opportunity to commandeer those like-minded people. And again, I'm not just saying this to you. This is what I am saying to myself with respects to why I'm choosing to go through this journey again and hopefully stay consistent. So considering this is part 2, for consistency. But the point being is because it's not just for showing up for other people, but it's more so me showing up for myself. And that's the part where I would say that in this journey of doing creative things, particularly in this medium with respects to YouTube, that I haven't always done the best, but I want to because I know that it's a heart centered activity that I have been thinking about for a long time. And I've dipped and dabbled in it in a lot of different ways. And so now it's time for me to get consistent with it. And so I hope that these videos are ways that, again, keep me consistent, that also encourage and inspire and get you on the path to do something that has maybe been nagging at you to get done, that feels heart centered to you, creative, and whatever else that you feel like you need to add to that. Now is the time. Hopefully, now you have some reasons as to why you need to go ahead and get started. I'll see you in the next video. Again, it's going to be a surprise to the both of us. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Love to hear from you in the comments.